Have you ever had a woman tell you that, like, you're so great, I wish more guys were like you, and she still ends things? Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica J, former marriage and family therapist and Playboy radio show host turned dating coach for men. And today I'm going to tell you why women can say something that sounds really nice to hear and still not want your ass. And to make sure you never miss out on another opportunity to better decipher the things we women say, because I'm aware we're confusing as fuck, or another one of my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button with that notification bell. Okay, so let's get right to it. When I say you're great, but I don't want great things to happen between us, between the sheets, I'm essentially saying that either I don't think you're that great, and I'm just trying to be polite, or you're nice enough, or there's nothing blatantly or obviously wrong with you, or you've got a lot going for you, or even all of the above. And yet, you're just not doing it for her. Let me tell you something. Yes, we will say that you're a great guy. Oh my God, you've got a lot going for you. Oh my God, I had so much fun with you. And it might look like she is having a great time. You might make her laugh a lot. Maybe the both of you share lots of laughs. But I'll tell you right now, lots of laughs and good conversation is something I can have with my girlfriends. And if I got enough girlfriends, I might not want to keep you around to be the next girlfriend. So yeah, I will end things and tell you, you're really great. No, really, you are. Like, oh my God, like I wish I could find a guy like you. Like, how embarrassing. But here's the reality. We women, we don't want to upset the wrong guy. Do you know how many times I've tried ending things with guys and I've told them they were really great, I had such a great time, and they've told me I was wrong? You're wrong. This is the most I've ever felt connected. You're wrong. There were so many sparks between us. Like, what? Can I just break up with you? So again, her saying this, it's more to soften the blow back that she's scared of getting from you. She might not really think you're that great, if I'm being honest. So we're not necessarily here to decipher what the fuck she's going through, but either way, she's probably telling you this shit for one of three reasons. One, maybe you guys did have a really great time and you had a lot of chemistry even. Maybe you even hooked up and shit. But there's just something about you that we're aware is not gonna work out for us in the long run. I've told this story a bunch of times over the last couple months. I remember I went on a date with a guy and I knew that he had a younger daughter. And at the time I'd never dated anybody with a kid, but I'd said to myself, if I ever do date a guy with a kid, I would want him to have full custody, no baby mama drama, and somebody young so that, like, you know, they don't look at me as like, ah, she's not my mom. You know, like somebody I guess I could like form a bond with. So lo and behold, I meet this guy. We have insane chemistry, like wild. And checks all the boxes, has a really young girl. She's about 4 years old, has full custody, no baby mama drama. And yet, I come to find that we can't just have sex in the living room on a moment's notice. We can't just fly off to Paris on a whim in 3 days. We can't just extend trips if we wanted to. We could barely go out on a regular date. So that's when I came to realize that, like, okay, regardless of how much chemistry there is between us, long-term wise, this is just not going to work out for me and what I'm looking for right now in a partnership. So again, that's okay. What can you do about it? Just like if some woman didn't meet your criteria, you'd be like, girl, chill. There's other men out there for you. So again, like, you're entitled to the women you want. She's entitled to what she wants. Like, maybe you have a hard line on, I will not date women who inject heroin. And she's like, why? I'm a good person. And you're like, girl, no, I don't want that. I just don't want that. You're a great girl, but I just don't want that, girl. So again, do you see the parallelism? Is that a word? Okay, sorry, it happened for one of three reasons. The second reason is that you might have over-talked about yourself or just over-questioned her or kept the focus of the conversation on things or topics. Again, I'm not going to go into it. I always talk about the importance of keeping an engaging back and forth, being personal, being relevant, because that's where chemistry and reactions are. Chemistry is a set of reactions. However, it's when two raw substances come together and react. In this case, if you are being your genuine self and I'm being my genuine self and we're reacting to one another. However, we cannot react / have chemistry if you won't shut the fuck up about this story about you going to Africa and having this great time, and it's now 20 minutes later, you haven't even seen on my face that I'm fucking hating this date, or you've just over-questioned, over-focused on her. That does not a set of reactions make, i.e. create chemistry. So if I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. It doesn't matter how long we talk for. It doesn't matter how many similar similar interests we have, it doesn't matter how many laughs are seemingly had. If there's no chemistry, I don't care how great you seem, how fun the conversation felt, it was fleeting and it was not enough to want more of you. And the third reason, you might have kept it super friendly and super platonic and not moved things forward. I've been on plenty of dates where I've had a great time, but I was like, I don't think this dude wants me. This dude never hit on me. He never even like checked me out. Like, I think I just made a good friend. I have made the assumption in my head plenty of times on great dates that these dudes just wanted to be friends because they didn't move things forward. And then they were like, I don't get it. I liked you. And I'm like, oh, I thought we were just feeling friendly vibes here. No? And by that time, the ship has sailed. So what can we do about this? What can we do when she says to you, you're great, but listen, I'll tell you right now, if you feel so bold, you can ask her. However, this does require some tact, and it really does require you to come from this place of accepting that this is over and being curious enough and open enough to get feedback. I'll tell you right now, every time a guy has accepted that I am not interested in moving things forward and he is interested in hearing how he can do better, I always rethink whether or not I should still see this guy. Because that is a sexy ass man. If you're sitting there and you're like, hey, you know, I'd really appreciate any feedback you could give me. I'm trying to better myself overall, especially in this dating game, especially in my interactions with women. If you have anything that you could offer me that could help the next girl, I'd really appreciate that so much. And I've really enjoyed our time together. Thank you so much for being honest with me. If you can come from that place, boy, I will suck your dick right off. And if you don't choose to go there, just bow out, thank her, and move on to other women. You gotta do that regardless. Because again, that's a very respectful thing to do. I think I talked about in the last video or one of the last live streams, is just accepting, acknowledging, and moving on. If you want, you can re-engage after 30 days, after you found out exactly how to create those connections and that chemistry with the women you want, which you can find out how to do in my Speak to Spark Arousal program at speaktosparkarousal.com. But I'll tell you right now, if she even got to this place where she can tell you, hey, I think you're really great, but it means you at least got your foot in the door, right? So take it from me, take a step back, reassess how you may have been coming off, what your interactions may have looked like, how they might have felt for her based on how they really felt for you. Because I'm willing to bet if she moved on from it, you might not have been feeling it as much as you thought either. It's just that, like I always say, we women were aware of it sooner than you guys are. Because we assess internally and you guys assess externally. So while you guys can look at a date and say, hey, the conversation was easy, we laughed a lot, we have so many similar interests, she might be sitting there feeling like, oh my God, I really am not into him like that. However, how many times do I have clients coming back to me telling me, okay, I took 2 days to think about it, I actually wasn't that into her. So again, self-assess, maybe you weren't that into her, or if you know that your interactions weren't really that chemically, carnally charged, check out my Speak to Spark Arousal program at speaktosparkarousal.com. We'll fix you up in 3 steps and have you connecting and moving things forward in no time with the women you want without being too forward or creepy. You're great. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time.